hour of 11 a.m. having arrived, the House will come to order. Members, please take your seats. Sergeants at arms, please close the doors of the House. Prayer today will be offered by our colleague, Representative Parker. Immediately after prayer, we will recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Members and guests, please rise as able.
Good morning, colleagues, guests, family, friends, and staff. Dear God, in this moment, I ask for your strength and encouragement. Help me to face whatever challenges lie ahead with courage and faith, knowing that you are always with me. My prayer today is for everyone in this Commonwealth. We can and will be better if we stay in the Word of God. It's best to begin and end your day with the Word of God during times like this. It's only a test and it won't last forever. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13, be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you forever, wherever you go. Joshua 1:9, and the Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts and I'm helped. My heart exults and I will give him thanks, him with my song. Forever trial you see me through. Forever blessings, hallelujah, for this I give you praise. For every mountain you brought me over, for every trial you brought me through, for this I give you praise. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance. Sergeant at arms will open the doors of the House. Members and guests, please take your seats. Without objection, the approval of the Journal of Monday, March 24, 2025 will be postponed until printed. Colleagues, please take your seats. We have some special guests. The House will come to order. The House will come to order. Our colleague that serves Montgomery County, Representative Malagary, has some special guests. We will hear from one of them very soon. To the left of the speaker's rostrum, we're thrilled to have in our presence the German Consulate General of New York, Consul General Till Honorn, along with the Consul for Political Affairs at the German Consulate back, Anton Klicks. Please welcome them to the floor of the House. Our colleague that serves Berks County has some special guests seated to the left of the speaker's rostrum. Many of us will remember these guests from last year. Representative Gillen has his daughter, Glory Gillen, visiting the House. Glory just completed her ROTC program for 6 weeks at Furman University in South Carolina. Glory is part of the battalion and will be sworn in as a second lieutenant in just a few weeks. With her is Kim, along with Liberty and Susanna. Guests of Representative Gillen, please stand. Glory, thank you for your service. We're so proud. Congratulations. The chair has some special guests here today. Many of them have probably met with some of you. Seated to the left of the speaker's rostrum, we have some folks from Children's First advocating on both public schools along with child care centers. We have Rebecca Perry, my Mixic, and my neighbor, Margaret DeSanta from the 3rd Ward. Welcome. Please welcome our guests. In the back of the House, joining with women in the Pennsylvania House Democratic Caucus and some of our colleagues in the Senate, we have some women in blue here. They are back on the floor of the House. We have in the back of the House the Pennsylvania Federation for Democratic Women. They're here for their Women in Blue Advocacy Day, meeting with their representatives and their senators. This group was founded in 1927, has 1,400 members all across the Commonwealth. Welcome to the President, Lori Hefner, the Vice President, Shelley Glessner, the chapter leader, my friend, but Representative Cephas's constituent, but she calls every state rep as if we're her own. Please give a big wave, Miss Kathy Huggins. The chair wants Miss Kathy to know in front of everyone, before session, there are lots of meetings. The chair cannot pick up this cell phone, but I'm so glad to see you made it to the back of the floor of the House. Our colleagues that serve Cumberland County, Representatives Kutz, Delosier, and Gleim, have the Cumberland Valley cheerleading team and their coaches in the back of the House. Cumberland Valley Cheer was crowned the 2025 PIAA State Champions out of the 3A varsity cheerleading. The Eagles took home the first place. Congratulations, ladies. Our colleagues that serve Venango County, Representative Millard and Representative James, have Bella Milliard. She is in the rear of the House. She's a 15-year-old honor roll student from Venango County. She's visiting the Capitol this morning with her parents, Tabitha Millard, who recently recovered from a catastrophic event in December of 2024. She's fighting daily for her recovery while also advocating for children all across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Family of Bella, please wave your hands. Thank you so very much for being here. Welcome. Joining in with Representatives Kenyatta and Burgos, the chair is thrilled to welcome Temple University students who are in the gallery this morning having Owls on the Hill Day. To the cherry and white, please stand. Welcome back to the Capitol. Our colleague that serves York, Representative Klunk, has a special guest in the gallery here today. Tristan Rankin is a junior at the Susquehannock High School and is shadowing Representative Klunk for the day. Tristan, where are you? Please stand. Welcome to the floor of the House. Our colleagues that serve Bucks County, Representatives Warren and Prokopiak, have the Pennsbury High School Thespian Troop 830. These students are passionate about advocating for the arts. Colleagues, our colleagues that serve Bucks County, Representatives Prokopiak and Representative Warren, have the Pennsbury High School students in the gallery. They are students who are passionate about advocating for the arts, and during theater in our Schools Month, they're here to raise awareness about the many benefits that theater education provides our children. Pennsbury Theater Group, please stand. Welcome to the floor of the House. Also in the gallery, our colleague that serves Erie County, Representative Mirsky, has Miss Pennsylvania Earth finalist Haley Poe. Haley launched a microplastic awareness project, an initiative that she created to bring awareness to the serious impact of microplastics in our environment and in our personal health. Please stand, Miss Pennsylvania Earth. Welcome to the floor of the House. Our colleague that serves Blair and Huntington counties, Representative Barger, has students in the gallery from the Central Cove FFA chapter. They attended the State Legislative Leadership Conference this morning in Camp Hill, and they are visiting session. Central Cove, please stand. Welcome to the floor of the House. Located to the left of the speaker's rostrum, we are thrilled to welcome the Honorable Till Knorn, the Consul General of Germany in New York. Mr. Knorn has been the German Consul General since the August of 2024. Prior to his service, he was the Foreign Policy Advisor to the Minister President of Hessen. He previously served as the Deputy Head of the Political Section at the Permanent Mission of Germany to the United Nations. He's also served in various leadership positions with the Federal Foreign Office's Protocol section in Berlin, including the Chief of Protocol. He's joined today, as was stated, by Anton Klix, the Consul for Political Affairs at the German Consulate. Consul General, we would be so honored if you join us here at the rostrum to address the House. Let's welcome him, colleagues.
Good morning. I guess I'm a little more nervous than the speaker. Madam Speaker, thank you very much. Steve, Zach, thanks for welcoming me here. It's a real honor. I was very happy to meet some of you last night at IFTA and some others this morning for a discussion with the Chamber. It's my second time in Harrisburg. The last time I was 18 on my way back from my high school exchange here in St. Louis. I stayed with the family. If you're present here, please tell me. I stand here several hundred years after the first Germans came here and contributed to this state, but also to this country. I visited Kutztown yesterday. They founded Saxonburg, other places. They brought engineers that built the Brooklyn Bridge, invented ketchup. So as you well know, there's a lot of contribution by Germans to the American society. You celebrated that last October with the German American Day here on this floor, which I'm grateful for. And some of these same people came back to save Europe in the 20th century, and we are still grateful for that. Germany wouldn't be the country it is today without Americans and their courage. Today, we still have a lot of connections. So not only the past binds us together, it's the present too. Last year, I was at the Moravian settlement in Bethlehem when they became a World Heritage Site. We are still very active with our companies here. We are a huge trading partner of Pennsylvania, huge direct foreign investment, whether it's B. Braun, SAP, Bosch, Evonik, a lot of small, very specialized firms. I think they're a big part of your communities, but they're also a big part of the transatlantic relationship. Part of them, or lots of them, use apprenticeship programs. We celebrated the first ever electric vehicle technician apprenticeship program in Pittsburgh last year. And I think that's an input from Germany that helps here to get young people ready for the workplace. And we share, I think, the same dedication to working in companies, the same perfectionism, and trying to be successful. We share a lot of opportunities, we share a lot of challenges together. So I can just hope that when we try to transform our societies, our economy, whether it's industrial transition by science with energy, digitalization, technology, environment, we have common challenges, and we will look to Pennsylvania also for answers. And I'm already getting some, and I'm grateful for those answers. But maybe in a little way, Europe and Germany can contribute to what's going on here. And so if you're willing to have a dialogue with me, I'm more than open. And to finish, next year, when you have 250 years of the Declaration of Independence, some relation to this state too, and you will have the Soccer World Cup. You will have a lot of tourists coming for different reasons, and I'm sure you will welcome them with open arms. But and it will allow you to tell the story of this state and this country, and I would like to join in with that. And if maybe in the final of the Soccer World Cup, if the US is not playing, you could cheer for Germany, I would be very grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The chair thanks the gentleman. Colleagues, we have a bipartisan group of representatives, too many to name, but all of you serve Allegheny County and are welcoming students from the University of Pittsburgh Institute of Politics here. Hail to Pitt, that's what I say, right? Please stand, welcome. We're so glad to have you here today. And Dr. Peacock, good to see you again, my friend. Are there requests for leaves of absence? Chair recognizes the majority whip, who indicates there are none. The chair recognizes the minority whip, who indicates there are none. The chair is about to take the master roll call. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote. A quorum is present. 202 members have been voted on the master roll call. The chair recognizes Representative Solomon, chair of the Committee on Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness, who reports the following bills. House Bill 799, reported as committed. Will the House agree the bill? It's agreed to. House Bill 877, reported as amended. Will the House agree the bill? It is agreed to. House Bill 993, reported as committed. Will the House agree the bill? Is agreed to. House Bill 1001, reported as committed. Will the House agree the bill? It's agreed to. The chair recognizes Representative Solomon, chair of the Committee on Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness, who reports the following resolutions. H.R. 14, reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? It's agreed to. H.R. 93, reported as committed. Will the House agree the report? It is agreed to. The chair referred the following bills, which the clerk will now read.
Referrals, March 24, 2025. House Bill 1034, Consumer Protection, Technology and Utilities. House Bill 1035, Environmental and Natural Resource Protection. House Bill 1050, Gaming Oversight. House Bill 1033 and House Resolution 144, both to Health. House Bill 1037, Housing and Community Development. House Resolution 143, Judiciary, and House Bill 1036 to Transportation.
The chair is in receipt of the following extract from the Journal of the Senate, which the clerk will now read.
The Clerk of the Senate being introduced presented the following extract from the Journal of the Senate, which was read as follows. Monday, March 24, 2025. Resolved, the House of Representatives concurring pursuant to Article 2, Section 14 of the Pennsylvania Constitution, that when the Senate recesses this week, it reconvene the week of Monday, March 31st, 2025, unless sooner recalled by the President Pro Tem of the Senate. And be it further resolved, pursuant to Article 2, Section 14 of the Pennsylvania Constitution, that when the Senate recesses the week of March 31st, 2025, it reconvene the week of Monday, May 5th, 2025, unless sooner recalled by the President Pro Tem. And be it further resolved, pursuant to Article 2, Section 14 of the Pennsylvania Constitution, that when the House of Representatives recesses this week, it reconvene the week of Monday, April 7th, 2025, unless sooner recalled by the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And be it further resolved, pursuant to Article 2, Section 14 of the Pennsylvania Constitution, that when the House of Representatives recesses the week of April 7th, 2025, it reconvene the week of Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, unless sooner recalled by the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And be it further resolved, pursuant to Article 2, Section 14 of the Pennsylvania Constitution, that when the House of Representatives recesses the week of April 22nd, 2025, it reconvene the week of Monday, May 5th, 2025, unless sooner recalled by the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Ordered that the clerk present the same to the House of Representatives for its concurrence.
Will the House concur in the resolution of the Senate? Those in favor of the resolution will be saying aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The resolution is concurred, and the clerk will inform the Senate accordingly. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Beaver, Majority Caucus Chair, Representative Matsey, for a caucus announcement.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Democrats will caucus at 12 noon. Democrats will caucus at noon. We will be prepared to return to the floor at 12:30. Again, we will caucus at 12 noon, return to the floor at 12:30. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Chair thanks the gentleman. The chair recognizes the gentlelady from Philadelphia, Representative White, for a caucus announcement.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. House Republicans will caucus at noon and be prepared to return to the floor at 12:30, caucusing at noon. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Chair thanks the gentlelady. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Lackawanna County for a committee announcement. Representative Mullins.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Appropriations Committee will meet immediately in the Majority Caucus Room. Appropriations members should report immediately to the Majority Caucus room. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Montgomery County, Representative Briggs, for a committee announcement.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So first, the Temple Law alumni will be having a photograph on the well, and immediately after that, the House Judiciary Committee will be holding a voting meeting in 523 Irvis Office Building to consider House Bill 167, 355, 591, and 615, and any other business that comes before the committee. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Chair is curious as to whether or not Temple Law professors are welcome to the photograph. The House will stand in recess until 12:30 p.m. unless sooner recalled by the Speaker.
The hour of 12:30 having arrived, the House will come to order. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 404, printer's number 0376 on page 1 of Supplemental Calendar B. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. The clerk will read the title and brief description of the bill.
This bill allows parents to keep adult children on the Parents' Health Insurance Policy until age 26 if the Federal Affordable Care Act goes away.
This bill has been considered on 3 different days and agreed to. The question is, shall the bill pass finally? On that question, Chair recognizes the gentleman from Luzerne, Representative Pashinsky.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Today I rise to address this matter that touches the lives of countless families on both sides of the aisle across our entire Commonwealth, allowing our young adults to remain on their parents' health insurance plans until the age of 26. The path to full financial and personal independence is often a very winding road, fraught with countless challenges for many young people. These young adults, the years between 18 and 26, are marked by significant life changes. Completing high school education for one, starting their careers, establishing families, and achieving financial stability. By allowing our young adults, our kids, to stay on their parents' health insurance will provide our young people with a crucial safety net during these formative years. This coverage ensures that they have the access to preventative care, necessary treatments, and mental health services, all of which we know are vital as they navigate the early ages and stages of adulthood. Before the Affordable Care Act became law, many adult children were dropped from their parents' insurance plan when they did turn 18. Losing health insurance coverage led to many young, healthy individuals leaving the health insurance market entirely. Because of that lack of young people, young, healthy individuals, to balance out the sicker policyholders, insurance became unaffordable for many young people. The Affordable Care Act changed that and allowed young people to stay on their parents' health insurance until age 26. My House Bill 404 would keep this protection in place and give young people certainty as they lay the foundation for their adult lives. I therefore ask all my colleagues to please support House Bill 404 and the children we all love. Thank you.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Agreeable to provisions of the Constitution, yeas and nays will now be taken. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Clerk will strike the vote. Chair recognizes Representative Harris, Chair of the Committee on Appropriations, who reports the following bills. House Bill 369, re-reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? Agreed to. House Bill 404, re-reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? Agreed to. House Bill 535, re-reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? Agreed to. House Bill 618, re-reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? Agreed to. House Bill 755, re-reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? Agreed to. Chair recognizes Representative Harris, Chair of the Committee on Appropriations, who reports the following resolutions. H.R. 130, reported as committed. Will the House agree to the report? Agreed to. The Chair recognizes Representative Dawkins, Chair of the Committee on Labor and Industry, who reports the following bills. House Bill 569, reported as committed. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. House Bill 630, reported as committed. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. House Bill 926, reported as committed. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. Question reoccurs. Will the House agree to House Bill 404 on final passage? Those in favor of the bill will vote aye. Those in the negative will vote nay. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote on final passage of the bill. The yeas are 123, the nays are 79. The majority required by the Constitution having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes finally, and the clerk will present the same to the Senate for concurrence. Attention to the members, we have some guests in the gallery. Guests of Representative Dan Williams of Chester, Representative Napoleon Nelson of Montgomery, and Representative Chris Pielli of Chester welcomes the students and faculty from the National Association of Social Workers West Chester from the Maine and Philadelphia campuses who have gathered today for their annual Legislative Education and Advocacy Day. Nearly 1,000 social work students and professionals gather to advocate for legislation that is relevant to the social work profession. The House welcomes you. Thanks for being here. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 535, printers number 50528 on page 1 of Supplemental Calendar B. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. The clerk will read the title and a brief description of the bill.
This bill prohibits health insurers from imposing lifetime or annual dollar limits on essential medical care if the Federal Affordable Care Act goes away.
This bill has been considered on 3 different days and agreed to. The question is, shall the bill pass finally? On that question, the chair recognizes the Majority Leader of the Health Committee, Representative Frankel.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today with a simple but urgent request. Let's stand up for sick people and their families in our Commonwealth by passing House Bill 535. I know that there are plenty of folks in this room who know exactly what it is like to get a terrifying medical diagnosis or to hold the hand of a loved one when they learn about the hard road ahead. Right now, there are parents across our state facing the worst nightmare imaginable, learning that their child has cancer or another life-threatening illness. And there are individuals who battle chronic illness every day and pin their hopes on new treatments that will allow them to resume the lives they led before they got sick. I'm talking about folks who are lucky enough to have private insurance coverage and faithfully pay every month for the privilege. Prior to passage of the Federal Affordable Care Act in 2010, insurance companies were allowed to set a number and say, that's all the coverage you get. Because you were unlucky enough to get very sick, you're on your own. There were countless stories back then of parents fighting for their child's life and getting a letter in the mail from their insurance company saying, "Sorry, we've reached your limit. We won't cover another dollar of care." Mr. Speaker, that's not just wrong, it's cruel. No patient should ever hear that they've maxed out their coverage when they still have months or years of treatment ahead. Thanks to the ACA federal protections, those letters have stopped coming. For 15 years, Pennsylvanians had the peace of mind that their insurance will be there when they need it the most. But today, that safeguard is under attack. Washington politicians are fighting to let insurance companies go back to the old days when sick people were left to fend for themselves. We cannot let that happen. House Bill 535 makes it clear, if you're sick, your insurance company can't cut you off. No annual lifetime dollar limits, no arbitrary caps anymore, just the guarantee that when you need medical treatment, you'll get it. This is about making sure that no family, no child, no individual ever has to suffer because an insurance company decided their life was too expensive to save. So today, I ask my colleagues, stand with the families in our state, stand with the parents who are already carrying the heaviest burdens imaginable, stand with the parents who are counting on us to protect them. Vote yes on House Bill 535. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Agreeable to the provisions of the Constitution, the yeas and nays will now be taken. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote on the final passage of the bill. The yeas are 121, the nays are 81. The majority required by the Constitution having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes finally, and the clerk will present the same to the Senate for concurrence. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 618, printers number 0618 on page 2 of Supplemental Calendar B. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. The clerk will read the title and brief description of the bill.
This bill prohibits health insurance policies from imposing pre-existing condition exclusions if the Federal Affordable Care Act goes away.
This bill has been considered on 3 different days and agreed to. The question is, shall the bill pass finally? Agreeable to the provisions of the Constitution, the yeas and nays will now be taken. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote on the final passage of the bill. The yeas are 125, the nays 77. The majority required by the Constitution having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes finally, and the clerk will present the same to the Senate for concurrence. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 755, printers number 0779 on page 2 of Supplemental Calendar B. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. The clerk will read the title and a brief description of the bill.
This bill requires health insurance policies to provide coverage of preventive health care services if the federal Affordable Care Act goes away.
This bill has been considered on 3 different days and agreed to. The question is, shall the bill pass finally? Agreeable to the provisions of the Constitution, the yeas and nays will now be taken. Members will proceed to vote. All the members voted. Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote on the final passage of the bill. The yeas are 133, the nays 69. The majority required by the Constitution having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes finally, and the clerk will present the same to the Senate for concurrence. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 369, printers number 0325 on page 2 of Supplemental Calendar B. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. The clerk will read the title and a brief description of the bill.
This bill authorizes municipalities of any size to establish a land bank.
This bill has been considered on 3 different days and agreed to. The question is, shall the bill pass finally? On that question, the chair recognizes the Majority Chairman of Local Government, the gentleman, Representative Freeman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, House Bill 369 grants municipalities of any size population the ability to establish a land bank on a voluntary basis. Land banks are effective tools for communities to combat blight and foster redevelopment, turning vacant lots and blighted and abandoned properties into affordable housing, mixed-use, commercial development, industrial activities, and community spaces. Current law only allows municipalities of 10,000 population or more to create land banks on their own, depriving smaller municipalities of this critically important revitalization tool. My legislation removes the minimum 10,000 population requirement, thereby affording to all communities the opportunity to use them. Most other states, such as Georgia, New York, Texas, and Virginia, do not have population size restraints associated with land bank development. We as a legislature have already established the precedent of removing such arbitrary population requirements when we granted all municipalities, regardless of their population size, the ability to establish redevelopment authorities in the 2019-2020 session. In many respects, it is our Commonwealth's smaller communities that are most in need of the land bank tool. Many of our smaller communities have seen a loss of population over the years, resulting in a hollowing out of their stability and their vitality. Oftentimes, their Main Street business districts have atrophied as local businesses have closed. Vacant, blighted, and dilapidated housing can become prevalent in the wake of such hollowing out of small towns, spreading like a cancer that undermines the cohesiveness of a community, pulling down the property values of adjacent properties and robbing a community of the ability to regenerate. Land banks can be a transformative tool to address blight, repair and revitalize deteriorated buildings, and set a community on a path to a far more successful future. I should note, too, that this bill does not provide eminent domain powers for land banks. There are no eminent domain powers in this bill. Land banks are explicitly forbidden from using eminent domain to acquire properties under Section 2108 of the Land Bank Law. In their letter of support for House Bill 369, the Pennsylvania Municipalities Authorities Association noted that, and I quote, "Land banks have proven to be an effective tool in communities for encouraging new development, improving public safety and reducing blight, providing local governments with the ability to acquire and manage abandoned or vacant properties helps to increase property values, reduce maintenance costs, and return properties to productive use. In addition, land banks can promote community-driven planning and ensure that redevelopment efforts are aligned with local needs and priorities." In addition to being supported by the Pennsylvania Municipal Authorities Association, House Bill 369 is supported by the County Commissioners Association, the Pennsylvania Municipal League, the Boroughs Association, the Pennsylvania State Association of Township Supervisors, and the Pennsylvania Association of Township Commissioners. I urge a yes vote on House Bill 369. Thank you.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Agreeable to the provisions of the Constitution, the ayes and nays will now be taken. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote on the final passage of the bill. The yeas are 162, the nays are 40. The majority required by the Constitution having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes finally, and the clerk will present the same to the Senate for concurrence. The chair recognizes the majority leader who calls up House Resolution 69, printer's number 0559 on page 5 of today's House calendar. The clerk will read a summary of the resolution.
A resolution recognizing the month of March 2025 as Women's History Month in Pennsylvania, introduced by Representative Carol Hill Evans.
Will the House agree to the resolution? On that question, the chair recognizes the gentlelady from Clinton, Representative Borowitz.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This resolution is from the same party that can't even define what a woman is and allows men and women's sports.
Gentlelady will suspend. The gentlelady will not attack a recognizable group in this House and will take her seat. Those in favor of the resolution will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? On the resolution, the ayes are 197, the nays are 5. The resolution is adopted. Chair recognizes the majority leader who calls up House Resolution 130, printer's number 1064 on page 1 of Supplemental Calendar A. The clerk will read a summary of the resolution.
A resolution recognizing observance of the holy month of Ramadan, a month of reflection and prayer for the Muslim community, which runs from March 1st through March 30th, 2025, as the festival of Eid al-Fitr, introduced by Representative Dawkins.
Clerk will, strike that. The chair recognizes the prime sponsor of the resolution, Representative Dawkins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my dear colleagues. I rise today. Mr. Speaker, can I get a little quiet because I can't quite hear?
Gentleman is correct. House will come to order. Gentleman deserves to be heard. House will come to order. Please take your conversations off the floor. The House will come to order. Please take conversations out of the aisles and off the floor to the ante rooms if necessary. Gentleman deserves to be heard. Gentleman may proceed.
Thank you. So I rise today with a heart that is both full and troubled. Full because I know the promise that lives in this nation, and troubled because I fear that we are standing on the edge of forgetting the very foundation and promise that it was built upon. And so, if I may, I will speak not as simply as the bound of duty of this chamber, but as one who carries the unrelenting weight of history on his shoulders. A weight that demands to tell the truth, even when it's inconvenient. Let us speak plainly. America, for all her flaws and contradictions, was not born of a single faith. She was born in the midst of voices crying out for freedom. Voices that did not speak in unison, but in harmony of struggle. And among those voices, rising above the den of the colonial conformity, were the abolitionists. These brave men and women who saw the inhumanity of bondage and refused to look away. Those who, driven by the fury of their convictions of their faith, believed that no man, no woman, or child was born to be enslaved. But we must remember this. They did not fight merely to break the chains of flesh. They fought, too, to break the chains of the mind. They fought for a freedom that stretched beyond the plantations into the very soul of a nation that dared to call itself free. And they understood, perhaps better than we do now, that true freedom, the kind that sustains the people, can never be bound to a narrow confines of a single creed. Pennsylvania, the blessed experiment, stood as a testament to this very idea. William Penn did not envision a land where only one faith could flourish. No, he saw a place where the Quaker, the Mennonite, the Jew, the Anglican, and even the skeptic could gather, not in fearful tolerance, but in the radical, almost reckless belief that diversity of conscience strengthens society.
Gentlemen will suspend. You've reached the time limit.
Thank you.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Pursuant to House Rule 35. Those in favor of the resolution will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? Clerk will record the vote. On the resolution, the ayes are 167, the nays are 35. The resolution is adopted. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 183, printers number 0506 on page 1 of today's House calendar. The clerk will read a summary of the bill.
This bill allows for workers' compensation benefits for serious and permanent disfigurement of the body.
Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 697, printers number 0989 on page 1 of today's House calendar. The clerk will read a summary of the bill.
This bill removes the Pennsylvania State Police enlisted complement cap.
Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. The chair recognizes the Majority Leader who calls up House Bill 209, printers number 0157 on page 2 of today's House calendar. Clerk will read a summary of the bill.
This bill amends the second-class township code to all such townships to adopt ordinances with immediate effective dates.
It's chair's understanding Representative Bernstein withdraws Amendment A00068. Chair thanks the gentleman. Will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. Majority Leader moves following bills be recommitted to the Committee on Appropriations: House Bill 183, House Bill 209, House Bill 697. The Majority Leader moves that the following bills be removed from the tabled calendar and placed on the active calendar: House Bill 156, House Bill 354, House Bill 407, House Bill 448, House Bill 467. For purposes, gentleman from Carbon, Representative Heffley, rise.
Back to record.
Gentleman's in order, may proceed.
On House Bill 404, I was recorded as a negative. I'd like to be affirmative on that vote. Thank you.
Gentleman's remarks will be spread across the record. For the information of the members, we have 2 birthdays in the chamber today. I want to wish happy birthday to Representative Chairman Dawkins and Representative Hogan. Happy birthday. For the information of the members, there will be no further votes. Chair's receipt of a motion by the gentleman from Philadelphia, Chairman Dawkins, that the House now adjourn until Wednesday, March 26, 2025 at 11 a.m. unless sooner recalled by the Speaker. The question is on the motion. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. And the House stands adjourned until Wednesday, March 26, 2025 at 11 a.m. unless sooner recalled by the Speaker.